Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree. I join you barefaced because I'm going to be talking about this palette from Sugarpill. So this is the Sugarpill Capsule Collection. There are two of these. This is the first one. I did buy this on Ulta's website. It was $42, but it's currently only available on Sugarpill's website. I mean, it might be available other places, but it's not at Ulta anymore. I only see it on Sugarpill's website. The second edition, though, the one that's orange, is on Ulta's website for the same price. This comes with 10 eyeshadows, and it is stunning packaging. Look at this baby. I did talk about this in my best packaging that I own video. I mean, this is just beyond. It's so beautiful, super unique. I haven't seen anyone do anything like this ever. It's so great. This is also the first thing I've ever owned from Sugarpill. Sugarpill's a brand I've been following for years and years and years, and I've never purchased anything. I don't know. The shades have always just seemed bright, which is fine. I like bright colors, but I don't know why it just seems like the people that they use to model this stuff do like really severe, crazy eye makeup that I will never be able to do in a million years. And I always felt like I needed those skills in order to enjoy this brand. But it's not true. You could use anything you want and use one eyeshadow and do whatever you do. So once it came to Ulta, I was like, okay, I'll buy that. Mostly just because look how cute it is. I am going to demo this. I will swatch it. You do get a half little mirror here, and then of course it has to be see-through here so you can see how cool the packaging is. And these are the shades. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, which are the blue one called Slow Dive, Undone, Baby Doll, Radiate, and Glory. This one's definitely like a blush. You know what? I do have some blush on already, but maybe I'll put that on as blush anyway. And then you have these two, like, this one kind of, but these two here are like really flaky shades that I have a really hard time using. You have this one here that is a little bit like one of those shades in the Kat Von D Alchemist palette that looks white, but you move it in the right light and it turns like this super beautiful purple. And this, did I talk about all of them already? Yes. But this green, it's so pretty. I have a hard time deciding what to use from this palette because all the mattes in here are fantastic. Let me swatch it for you. First off, here are the 4 matte shades, or there are 4 matte shades. The baby blue one here has a really like gray tone to it. I have kind of a hard time with that one because it's just not a shade that looks really good on me on its own. But there's that white shade. Look how pretty. It's definitely one of those like transformer kind of shades. Very, very pretty. And then here are 4 more. The mattes in here are really, really nice. There's that there. And then the last 2 I'm going to swatch are this one and this one. These two, when you swatch with your finger, are so crumbly. Like, touch them very, very delicately. They feel very delicate. Like, they will fall apart if you're touching them too hard. The pink one especially. They're both just on the lighter side. Definitely something that I think you need like a wet brush to use. Even this one here, I use with a wet brush. I think it looks fantastic. These ones I have a really hard time using. They're really flaky, tons of fallout. And I just don't have the skill set, I don't think, to make those shades work for me. Not the shades to work for me, but the formula. I can't work with the formula. So those 2 are, for me, they're duds in the palette, but the rest I think is really, really good. Of course, the packaging looks great, but as you swatch things and use things, everything's going to fall, because it is raised, and everything's going to fall down here into this part, which it already is. Like right here, there's a big chunk of that shade I just swatched. And it's going to be hard to clean. You get your finger in there, maybe a Q-tip with a little makeup remover or something. Give it a little blow on it. So yeah, definitely a little bit of a harder to keep clean kind of palette, but I think, you know, if you're not an animal like I am with eyeshadow, it might stay clean for you. But anyway, let's demo it. So my nose is tickling. Let's grab, I kind of want to use that green one just because it's so pretty. I think I'm going to use the green, maybe the yellow. I wanted to use that pink one as blush. You know what? Let's just put that pink one on as a blush. It doesn't say that it is blush, but it doesn't say it isn't. And I never really see shades say, like, don't use on the face. Mostly they're like, don't use on the eyes. And I feel like it says that mostly because it's gonna stain. That's a little much. But when isn't it a little much? Ooh, that's pretty. Let's try to tone that down a little bit. Oh my gosh, someone I've been following on Instagram. I don't remember her name. Oh, it's Lafay or something like that. Me and Kitty Cat Beauty did a collab where I picked out a makeup look for her and vice versa. And I picked one from that girl on Instagram, and she does this crazy amount of blush, and I've been loving it. I've been loving putting too much blush on lately, and you know what? I like it. Cocktail vibes forever. So let's go with the green. I think I'm going to do this one in the crease. Let's do that pink one there called Glory in the crease. And then I think I'll do the green as well. Maybe on the lid. I don't know. We'll see. I'm loving this JH34 brush from Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. It's just a shape I don't have a lot of brushes in. I have a couple of brushes in the shape, but nothing with this kind of feel. The other one I have is really, really soft. It works nicely, but I like this one. It has a little, I don't want to say it's scratchy, but brushes are too soft. Sometimes they don't work. But there's that shade there called Glory. Really, really pretty. I kind of want to do purple now instead of the green. You know what? Let's do a little both. Why not? Where's the other brush I pulled out? Here it is. Let's do the purple shade that was called Undone. I have a mirror right here, and I'm looking at one that's way over there. Hopefully I'm not blocking you. But these blend really, really easily. The shades they picked, I think, go pretty well together. And as you can see, the purple, that's the shade I'm using right now. That purple one. The one that swatched like this, but look how it's applying on my eye, like super pink. But I feel like purple shades always could do that kind of thing. Like they, depending on how much you use and how much you blend, it definitely will take you to a different place. And right now, taking me to a pink place, which I don't mind at all. I think that looks nice. Little pink eye never hurt nobody. I actually was using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette the other day, and it stains the heck out of your eyelids. I know they say on there don't use on the eyes, but you know, it's an eyeshadow palette. What else are you going to do with it? Use some concealer as primer or something. All right. Do I like that? Ooh, I like that. Very pink. Let's go. I kind of want to try that one again, but that one is so fallouty, so delicate, so flaky. To me, it's like not even worth the trouble. I want to put a shiny one on the lid though. Let's go with, how would that yellow look? Will that look cool on the lid? You know what? Let's do it. Let's go with the yellow. This one right here. And I love when a palette like this doesn't have like neutral shades. I mean, neutral for could be anything for anybody. But I feel like when neutral shades are described, it's always brown and stuff. And I like when a palette like this doesn't have those shades because you're forced to just like use your imagination, put something together that's very colorful. It does have a nice mix of mattes and shimmers, so you're definitely getting some mattes in there if that's really something that means a lot to you. So yeah, let's just put that on the lid. Let's just see what it does. I don't love this yellow shade, as you can see. I mean, it's super light. So it's not giving me like a ton of impact. Not what I expected anyway. But something really pretty anyway. That looks kind of nice. A little bit of fallout from that yellow one. I feel like this would look better if you had some sort of tacky base on. I'm not a big fan of glitter glue and stuff like that. I feel like, I don't know. I don't like when my eyeshadow is so much trouble. This one's having a hard time sticking. Ugh. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to leave it at that. I don't want to keep messing with it. And then I want to take, let's dust away some of that fallout. I like the way this looks with this blush. It looks so cute. Darn it, you could see all this glittery fallout right here. I'm trying to get it off, but it's just like pressing in. I'll clean that up with some concealer in a little bit. You can't really see it that much. Okay, let me grab a little brush here. I want to do some on the lower lash line. I want to get the shade, you know what, the one I use for my blush, the one called Melody. Tie it all together. This definitely needs some black eyeliner and some black mascara for sure. I kind of want to take that shade, you know what, on a different brush. The one they're called Supernova. this one up here, that like one that looks white, but it's actually a really nice purple. And just pop it on the inner corner there, just to give it a little pop of something. All right, I like it. I wish the yellow was a little more of a pop, but I think it looks really nice with the pink anyway. Let me throw on some eyeliner and I'll be right back. All right, I got the Tarte Surfer Curl mascara on, one of my all-time faves, and I feel like the black really brings the look together. So, overall thoughts on this palette, I think it's really nice. Packaging super cute. There are a few dud shades in there, but I think I just don't have the skills to work with them. Like this really flaky one here, and then the yellow one, of course, is not as vibrant yellow as I might want it to be. But I think having this really beautiful green in here makes up for the lackluster yellow, because that green is insane. It's so pretty. But yeah, here's the look I created. I also used the blush. I really like this palette. I've gone back and forth between finding it just okay and then really loving it, and then feeling like it was overpriced and then really loving it, and then regretting my purchase and then really loving it. Like, I keep flip-flopping on this palette, but I think ultimately my overall general thought is I like it. I don't regret buying it. I think it's a decent price for the packaging, the experience of having this palette, and then the overall performance of the shades. The mattes are great. This blue is really, really nice. Purple, awesome. I mean, it looks a little pink, as you can see. The green's great. Blush shade, great. A couple flaky shades in there, but I feel like every palette kind of has that dud shade, and this one definitely is no different. Well, let me hold it the right way. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you've tried this palette, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to know what you think. What other things have you tried from Sugarpill? Because this is the only thing I've ever owned, and so far so good. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Oh my god, these eyebrows, I need to fix them. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.